8 SCVs to 65 drones. Oh man, look at this. He's getting like 20 bajillion upgrades. This thing's going to go all the way off the screen here if he keeps making units. Oh man, I can't believe that was like the most devastating siege tank shot in the world. That is like shooting yourself in the foot, then shooting yourself in the other foot, and then accidentally dropping the gun and shooting yourself in both kneecaps at the same time before falling into a pool of lemon juice. That is how bad that was. And then there's piranhas in there, and it's just bad news, man. That was so bad. Oh, seriously, that siege tank shot, I'm pretty sure killed like 8 SCVs or something ridiculous like that. That's what I was saying, man. You got to be careful having your SCVs there next to the siege tanks. I was just offhandedly saying it, and little did I know it was going to be his downfall. So I think he is going to get kicked out of this tournament, because how do you recover from that? I mean, it's just so... I don't know. If he uses banelings to kill these rocks, I'm going to laugh so hard. I don't think he's going to. But it just looks like he's going to. Like, it looks like these banelings are going to hit these rocks. I don't think he would be that silly, as that would be a complete waste. But, oh, is he actually doing it? Okay, because they disappeared, and I was like, what are you doing? No, he isn't going to do a drop. And here comes the death drop on the SCVs. SCVs, get out of there! Boom, boom, boom! Even killing the missile turret to add insult to injury. Siege tanks are on the high ground. That's actually good positioning there. But fungal growth is so fun when you're a Zerg player. And yeah, I love those offensive fungal growths where you fungal growth and then back up and just let it do all of its damage as it ticks away on top of those units. Bad pathing here by these units, and that's a really common problem on this map. Now, I don't know if he can defend these 2 hatcheries down here. And, oh, he's actually going to get a flank on this, so maybe he will be able to. So he's trying to kill that spine crawler, apparently, but his units are just so far spread out. And this is so bad for the Terran player. Although siege tanks up here still holding their own, sacrificing their buddy to do the splash damage there. So he was able to keep his siege tanks in a good position there, keep them alive. But, I mean, just look at the units lost, man. The Terran player is going to have to do so much damage here. I think his only option, to be honest, is to push in here. His macro's still not bad considering how much he's lost. Can he rally down here, though, and actually kill this expansion? It looks like he very well possibly could. The drones evacuating out of there just in time. Spine crawlers trying to mine. He needs to kill his hatchery ASAP to slow down this high-yield expansion if possible. And I do think he will actually lock down this expansion fairly well. Although, no, here come a bunch of roaches and banelings. Done. Here they go. They're going to be raiding banelings on top of these Terran units. And yes, it does kill every single Marine except for this guy right here. He's like banelings, spadelings. And then he does get sliced in half by those mutilasts. But the thing is that if he was able to kill that Overlord, this is all the Zerg player has at this expansion, he would have actually killed this other hatchery as well. That Baneling drop doing so much damage, and I said I was going to try and be calm in this game, but I just can't be because the Terran player, there was such a good window there. If only there was a Viking or his Marines focused down that Overlord or something. But it just wasn't meant to be, as the Banelings now were able to do a massive amount of damage there. And just, I mean, because Banelings are so good against the Marines, and the Marines not even having an armor upgrade whatsoever, and this is just so bad for Maka. Maka has been playing well, actually, in this game, but it's just bad luck. Bad. No, I take that back. He has not played well this game. He played well last game. This game, he definitely did not play well ever since the beginning. So I revoke that statement, and I replace it with a new statement. And now there's so... I don't get why Cool is switching to mutas. I mean... It's just such a risk, because they cost so much. If you misclick them once, they're all going to die. And he knew that there was missile turrets here. So, I don't know why he's getting muteless. But, you know what? He is so far ahead at this point, I don't think... He could get just all drones right now and be okay for quite a while. I mean, he has so many drones here that it's fully saturated when the hatchery isn't even in the right spot. So, it doesn't really matter what he gets at this point. So there's the Thor. Thor is here! I don't think, though, that this Thor can carry the entire Terran army. And there is one missile turret here. He could repair this. Nope, he didn't. So all these SCVs probably going to die. And nope, they get away to that Thor, who's just like, yeah, I shoot missiles, I do massive amounts of splash damage. And the Mutila's still harassing these SCVs, so they're definitely going to start paying for themselves here fairly soon. And I mean, this is a good way to keep the Terran player in his base, I guess. While he does macro up, I mean, he's not making just Mutalisks. He is making 8 trillion Zerglings and 55 billion Banelings. And he's even got some in these Overlords. So, great play from the Zerg player. If you're a Zerg player, I would definitely, if you're having trouble with meching Terran, I think we can all learn a lot from Cool, who just has a great build for killing off Terran players. So it does look like he's getting a Doom drop ready. And there is a lot of Zerglings and Banelings in these Overlords, plus the Mutalisks, plus, you know, just a couple of stray Overlords and Roaches. This is so, let's look at the army size. Yeah, 189 to 118. Now, the Terran player does have a fair size army. The problem is that fair size army, number one, stim packed when it didn't really need to, so it's even soft. Than it would be, and number two, it is Baneling vulnerable. So here we go, here comes the Doom drop on top of these units. I definitely think that this is going to be it. Baneling's running in here and blowing up everything in sight. These Marines are trying to micro back, but it is just not enough. That is going to be that. One Marine trying to get out of there, but he just gives up on life because Maka did not have the micro he needed in this game. In the early game, he lost all his SCVs. He lost a lot of mules, actually, which that's like 600-700 minerals if you add up how much they would have mined in their lifespan. Oh! How does all those Banelings actually blow up at the same time? I thought all those SCVs were going to die, but in the end, there's only a couple mineral patches left in the main. Very few minerals there. So he's locked down the only mining expansion that the Terran player has. The Terran player may try and drag this out. I don't even know what he's doing at this point. As the army, he's exactly 100 ahead. Well, just lost one unit there. But yeah, about 100 supply ahead. Never a comfortable position to be in. I mean, more than double. I mean, he's more than triple at this point. So, yeah. I mean, he's secured his expansion. And Maka actually does have good macro. He just messes up his army placement a lot. And, wow. So, my voice is definitely shot here. I don't see how the Terran player could possibly win at this point. There's no expansion on the map he can take. The only one that's open is this one, and it's not even that open because he has to kill those rocks. And, of course, the Zerg player, Cool, is not going to let him do that. So I think he's going to run in here, and that is going to be that. The units lost, it's funny, is actually almost identical. But, I mean, it's just... No, in the long run, it's not identical because of the map control. So here he goes, Roaches, Doom drops, he's got Mutalisks, he's got everything in here. The Thor going to try and kill everything, but he is not Arnold. If it was actually Arnold, then he probably could have, but this is it. A bunch of mules are going to die. Command Center are going to try and fly to the high yield. Even Overlords are getting in here to laugh. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That is going to go 4-2. To our Zerg player. The series did get off to a little bit of a slow start, but I gotta say, a couple of very exciting games to finish this out. That was a lot of fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. My voice is seriously shot. I have got to go take a chill pill, as seriously I feel like my throat is going to explode. So great play from our Zerg player. I'm curious because it's important to note that in this tournament, there was big names. There was Hydra, the little one, Nazgul. There was seriously every big name. They all got eliminated. I think Damaga is the only one who made it even to the semifinals. And so these players, we may have witnessed some very poor games, but these players are very good. They don't mess around. They're knocking out Hydra. The little one got knocked out, I think, first round. I think White Raw got knocked out first round. I mean, this is some serious stuff. And so some very high-level play that we saw, especially in that last game, or in the game before this one. Very intense there. So that is all I really have to say. I would sit here and talk all day, but I seriously think that I just need to go to bed and let my throat recover from those very epic shoutings and screams and nerdgasms or whatever they're called. I don't even know. But here's a bunch of lazy drones to sign me out. So that is that, and I will see you guys next time.